Okay, we are on air.
Okay.
We are on air, Andra.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. Usually, as an attacker, yeah, there is a host. Okay. Hello, anyone. Welcome back to our own podcast, and now we have Aulia Adil as a guest. And initially, I forgot if I'm a host as well as a note-taker. I thought initially I'm just a note-taker. I'm not aware about host, and uh, I'm now okay. I'm healthy, and yeah, appreciate it, and I really feel grateful to my God. And uh, how are you doing, Adil?
Well, I'm doing fine, I guess. Everything is kind of, last week I had midterm exam. There were only two exams, which are from computer assisted instruction course and software engineering, advanced software engineering course. So yeah, I guess hope
Wait,
I'm
your midterms was just two courses,
yeah, I had two courses for the exam.
although you learn more than two, right?
Yeah, that's right. I have five courses, but there
Oh,
were
okay.
only two that have
Oh,
exams.
interesting. Yeah, it's different with the bachelor's degrees midterm, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so I guess kind of out of topic now.
Okay, now we are having thinking fast and slow as Adil will review it from the book, right? Means
Yeah.
Adil has read that book, and yeah, he will show that idea. And now it's time for Adil.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to share my screen. Um, I hope you are able to see it now. So yeah, thinking fast and slow book review. So maybe the first question that come into our mind is what is this book about? Okay. Honestly, I'm using a pen tab right now, but it is very very slow. So I guess I'm going to go back using typing. So actually, this book is about how do we make a better decision, and it is uh, written by written by Daniel Kahneman. He is a psychology professor and a Nobel winner in economic. Also, he is actually a psychology professor. And so there are in this session, I guess I just want to point out the value that I got from this book. So the first idea that I got from this book is something called as regression. Change it to medium. Yeah, regression. So what is regression? So regression is actually this kind of random idea about how things should go. So you see, like there is this graph, right? And there is this data here, data here, data. Okay, and then you kind of draw a line that kind of um, you know represent all this data. This middle line that kind of represent data, and with this line you kind of able to predict what is going to happen. And in this case, you can make some kind of conclusion based on this regression line. For example, like when you are going to procrastinate. Man, that's really um so for some some people out there, you kind of having some people out there have this kind of primo uh, idea that if he were to make statistical data, he knows that once every 2 weeks he will procrastinate somehow, whatever he is doing, but he doesn't know like exactly when, exactly where, and what will he do to procrastinate. What he knows is that he will procrastinate every 2 weeks. So maybe some days it is in 14 days since his last procrastination. Maybe in the other days it will be 20 days after he procrastinate, or maybe in the other days it only takes 5 days until he procrastinates. What I mean is that it is having this regression um, pattern. So this is really important for me because I don't know why sometimes lives feel uncontrollable. Like in in this kind of day, I want to do these certain things, but what happened actually is that I do other thing that maybe I don't really wish I do. And at first, before knowing this notion, I kind of feel bad about it. But after I know this regression, I was like, oh yeah, this is just regression pattern. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but this is really hard for me to kind of, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I guess that's how it is. And then, next is about um, happiness, I guess. Yeah, this book also talk about happiness. So Andra, what is happiness to you?
Yeah, my happiness when I got some of huge money, I think.
uh, I mean, okay, huge money. You mean like something really good happens to you that you really wish to have. You wish to have something, and that thing actually come to you and you become happy. That's what you mean, Andrea?
Yeah, yeah, something that I wish happened to me, and it actually happens.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
if we in this book, the happiness is, many people have their own definition of happiness. At least many experts have their own opinions, have their own definition of happiness. But one thing that's true for all of those definition, happiness is a state. So it is like fear. Fear is a state, right? You don't feel fear every day, but at a certain time, given a certain trigger, stimulus, or whatever, you feel fear, and fear is a state in your body, right? So is happiness. Happiness is also a state. It is something that happen, and you might feel it for a certain period, but you also don't feel it because your body already adapt with that stimulus or um, trigger and whatsoever. So happiness is a state. Now, because it is a state, and what kind of thing that really um, really you know affect happiness? What are the things that really affect happiness? So based on this book, it is about, you know, you feel like you are in control of your time. So what does it mean by we are in control of our time? So it feels like when you wish to do something, you can do it, not because other people want you to do that, or not because you have this, you know, addiction to do other things, but it is because you purely want to do it. Like, um, yeah, I guess you wish to play, maybe you wish to play sport, you wish to exercise, and you do the exercise itself, so you are in control of your time because you want to do that and it you can. And happiness is also about um, having real what should I call it? So it is also related to your relationship with other people. So he said in that book, when you buy a car and when you have two options, okay, and so you want to get happiness and you have two options to get that happiness. So the first option is to buy a car, a luxurious car, maybe a Rolls Royce or maybe a Lamborghini or maybe I don't know whatsoever. And the other is basically just playing maybe tennis with your friends, with your groups or whatever. So based on his book, he said that buying a car may give you happiness, but only in the first period of having that car. And after some time, maybe a year, 2 years, whatsoever, you won't feel that happiness again. But if you use your time, use your money instead, or whatsoever, to hang out with your friend, maybe playing sports together, it actually more beneficial for your happiness in overall. Maybe because the experience you get from your friend is always improving, is always changing, it's always yeah, it's always different, right? Talking to your friends. But with your car, your experience is always the same. So that's why it is not. It is the a best practice to buy, to have friends, to hang out with friends, to be happy instead of having more stuff, luxury stuff actually. How about you, Andra? Are you agree with that statement? Or
So, the happiness equals you are in control your time.
and also it is about choosing relationship, choosing relationship over looks over stuff. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I think uh, yeah, I mean, yeah, it can be understandable. Uh, like when you, uh, let's say you buy a big house in the middle of nowhere. Initially, you may feel that uh, you are very proud to have a new big house. However, considering that you have nothing around you, you don't have any neighbors, you may not interact with other people around you, and you will feel lonely in that area. So I think instead of a big house in the middle of nowhere, you just have to have a conventional house, but you may have good neighbors that you will interact, and you will play something in your area, something like that.
Yeah, that's one. I also agree with that. And there is one notion that kind of interesting. So there are two kind of um, things that he distinguished. So there is this happiness, there is this experience, sat life satisfaction. Ah, yes, life satisfaction. So, Andra, um, right now, so happiness and life satisfaction is different. Happiness is a state where you feel happy, while life satisfaction is you happy because you remember about it. So it is like when you go into a vacation. Now in that vacation, you take so many pictures, right? And then 1 year ago, 1 year later, 10 years later, or whatsoever, you take a look again at that picture, and so you remember that you were having this vacation. So you maybe you feel like um, I'm happy, and sometimes it is you are happier because I mean you feel satisfied because you tell it to other people that hey, I have gone to this place, to this vacation, and here is the proof. Take a look at this picture, and so on. So life satisfaction is about uh, something good to be remembered, and it is actually like achievement. Life satisfaction is more like achievement. So there is some kind of funny experiment here. So happiness in terms of salary is like this. Wait, hold on. This is really bad. Maybe this one will be make it better. Yep, this one is make it better. So happiness in terms of salary is like this. Uh, so this is happiness, and this is the salary. And at this certain point here, the happiness become flat. In America, it is around 60. Hold on. It is around 60k dollars. All right. And so people below 60k dollars salary a year is kind of have this miserable
How
graph.
do you define salary here? Does that measure for per annum or per month salary best
So 60k dollars is per year.
or per year? All right. So
Yeah.
when you have more than $60,000 per year, you may not feel happier.
Yeah, your happiness doesn't really improve over time. It is,
All right. Although
and
it's improved, but just a little bit.
yeah,
Okay,
that's
compared
right.
to the previous
If we
for.
compare it to Indonesian, so I actually use calculator salary. You know what salary calculator, Andra? Yeah, converter. Oh.
Well, I thought that it's just conversions from dollars to rupiahs.
No, no, no. It is for it is also about like 60k dollars per year in America is actually
Oh,
what
okay. So you compare about per
country.
capita, per
Yeah,
capita
yeah, that's right.
GDP.
That's right. So guess Andra, what is 60k dollar per year in America is equal to per
20 million rupiahs
how do you know?
per month.
How do you know?
Huh? Is it true?
Yeah, that's yeah, around that range. 20 to 25
Okay.
if I'm
All
not
right.
wrong.
Yeah. Thanks God.
How do you know about that number?
Yeah. Actually, uh, I have a professional friend. Okay, that the age similar as Raffi Ahmad, and because of her seniority, I already told a lot between me and her, and he said that uh, if you want to fulfill your life, you just need to get salary around 10 million rupiahs. Okay, but when you wanna make your life a little bit fancy and you wanna make your wife and children happier, you need to get salary around 22 million rupiahs per month, and your life will be okay. He said
So
like that. She said like that.
so this friend of yours works for Raffi Ahmad, and she has this wisdom that if you want to
She
be
actually, what you said, what Raffi Ahmad?
she works for the
She actually, her age is similar as Raffi Ahmad.
oh her age, I
She
see.
doesn't work for Raffi Ahmad, but
Oh
her age is similar as Raffi Ahmad. So I assume that she has sufficient experience about the salary and life balance.
yeah, so it should be around 20 million rupiah to live comfortably in
Yeah,
Jakarta at least in
yeah. And the
Jakarta.
minimum is 10 million.
Yeah, the minimum like UMR actually life. What is it? It is like life super kind of bercukupan and
Yeah,
won't be miserable, super
yeah.
miserable is
But I think that when you just have UMR stuck in your life, you will hardly afford some stuff such as good motorcycle, house. But
just
when you have
survival, just
10
survive.
million,
That's right. That's
maybe
right.
it's my assumption.
So 20 millions is a good salary because
A good benchmark of salary.
yeah, a
Okay.
good benchmark of salary because more than 20 millions you will be happier. At least you will feel really really happier than that. But now this come a question, Andra. Why does millionaire still searching for money although they already have too much money?
Yeah,
Why
and
is
I think
that?
it is because millionaires people uh, are already passionate about money. So when they create money, they actually just uh, wanna continue their rounds, preference, or hobby, and after that they will make some game, some fun games such as money making by investing in you know slow down or almost bankrupt company to make it develop again, or just yeah wanting to rotate the money that will make them happy. I think, let
So
alone
yeah,
for example like the CEO of uh, Agung Sedayu Group, right? Even though he's already rich, but still he needs to invest in IKN or Ibu Kota Negara. And you may imagine that's how come or how rich they will be if all of these projects are already completed.
like their salary is more, more, right?
Yeah, I mean, what they are searching is not money again, but the social status that
That's right, Andra. So Daniel Kahneman actually said that those rich people they don't really care about happiness anymore. Now they are looking for achievement. They are looking for life satisfaction. So people like this, they want to feel like more successful than other. At least some, not all. Okay, not some, not every rich people. Maybe they just want to do some kindness by making a job, but some of them also want to make them feel successful other than their peers. So it is about life satisfaction for some people, not happiness anymore. Yeah, I don't know whether it is a good idea to strive for life satisfaction because Life satisfaction is also about comparing our achievement to other people. But again, I don't know whether it is a good or a bad idea. And then I also, so this is about happiness, right? And we have done talking about it. The next thing that I want to talk about is decision about making a good um, decision. So there is this thing called as loss aversion. This idea is basically saying that losing
What does aversion mean?
aversion is um, like you know menjauhi, like meninggalkan. So loss aversion means tidak ingin rugi, basically. Loss aversion means tidak ingin rugi. Alright, you get
All
it.
right.
So loss
So it's
aversion.
kind of a loss prevention.
So it isn't about loss prevention, but it is about how we frame our words to other people to sell something. It is about doing selling or doing marketing, something like that. It is useful for this kind of things. So the idea is like this. Some maybe you want to make someone change behavior, like um, he has to buy our product, right? So instead of saying, hey, if you buy our product, you are going to be more productive 20%. That's, I guess, what most people say. But the best practice is actually not framing it like that, not pitching it like that. The best practice is actually saying it like this, Andra. Now listen to me closely. It's actually saying it like that. Hey, if you don't buy our product, you are going to lose 20% productivity every single day. Now, how does that sound?
Yeah,
Both?
I mean, I feel bad if I should go through as loss as like that.
Yeah. So, that's it, Andra. That's how you actually frame something, at least in negotiation. I don't know if it is in marketing also good, but in negotiation, it should be like that. Instead of saying, hey, you buy our product, you got 20% improvement. So you said, you don't buy our product, you are going to lose 20% productivity every day. So
Is doesn't that sound like fear out of missing out?
yeah, that's also fear of missing out.
FOMO, yeah.
Yeah. So look here. So the statement is basically like this for loss aversion. Losing stings twice than gain. So if we lose something, the emotional damage is twice as much than gaining it. Like gaining 100k rupiah, the emotional impact is actually more hurt if we lose at least 20 more times more hurt if we lose 100k rupiah. And the idea behind loss aversion is quite interesting. So if we in the jungle back when we were in still nomaden, hunter and gathering, gaining something, uh, losing something, maybe losing our food, maybe losing our family, it is more dangerous rather than having something, right? Having more food, such as, because if we lose something, our survival rate is in danger. But in gaining something, our survival rate just improve, but not really decreasing. So the emotional impact is more more sting, more painful if we lost something rather than gaining something. And this is quite important if you want to change someone behavior by framing it like that. You know, in fact, when I buy this chair, I actually negotiate with myself. I said to myself, if I don't buy this chair right now, I actually will lose maybe 15% productivity every single day. And because I think it like that, oh no, if I don't buy it now, I will lose productivity 15% every day. I literally buy it that day when I try to negotiate with myself. So yeah, you can even use it for negotiating with yourself. And then that's loss aversion. And I guess finally it is about um what is it? I don't know. I think that's all, Andra, because we are going to have azan right now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Alright, so yeah, that's a quite interesting topic that we just talked. Okay, so here what we got. All right, so from thinking fast and slow, um, you see that we have points such as regressions, happiness, life satisfactions, loss aversions. First, about regressions, can be defined as a random idea how things should go. Right, so it can be described or drawn as a graph which has dot spreads, and you need predicting trend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So regression is just naturally aliens thing. Okay. Based on my experience in chemical analysis or chemical engineering, I usually use that regression line to predict something. All right, so predict how the chemical reaction will go through, or the demanding of chemical products will be in a couple of next years. So yeah, regression linear. That's it. And now happiness, a state but not continuously happens. All right, so happiness actually depends on something you are in control of your time and choosing relationship over stuff.
And
Next,
also 20 millions is a good benchmark for
and last
happiness.
questions. All right, so you will satisfied. You will be satisfied when you have some money in your hand. You said that benchmark of salary in the USA is $60,000, or when we compare the parity of Indonesian salary, it will equal 20 million uh, rupiahs. All right, and lastly, we have loss aversions. It can be defined as FOMO, or fear out of missing out. Instead of saying that this product will gain 20% efficiency, you just have to say that when you don't buy our product, all right, so you will lose unfortunately 20% productivity. So it
Every
will
single
make
day.
every single day. Yeah. So your potential customer will think twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah, it's really good conversation, and because our Azan is quite fast right now. So okay, guys. Hope that it'll make your life and day meaningful. And yeah, once again, we always pray for Andy's father to be recovered. Okay. Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about it. Okay, you may cut it later. You may cut it.
No, yeah,
You
yeah.
may cut it later. And yeah, I guess it's enough for today. See ya for the next podcast.